Hi guys. So there are a lot of questions which keep coming to me from a lot of aspirants in India saying, well, you know what, I I will spend 2 or 3 years doing my masters in Germany. Will I get a job there? Given what is happening right now with all the visas and all the travel bans and so on, is there a chance of getting a job in Germany? I don't think that should be a fear you should have, but I'll try and address it by giving you two key information sets. So the first information set is what and how much can you earn in Germany, and the second information set is what is that typically educated Indians do when they do masters in Germany, whether they work there or come back. So how much do people typically earn? How much Germans earn, right? So the average or the gross per month income in Germany is 3,994, around 4,000 euros. And that is not something which everybody is earning. 2/3 of people are earning below that. Only 1/3 people are earning above that. Now, the people who are earning above that actually have three key things going in favor of them. One is what is their profession. So, for example, doctors earn much more, lawyers earn much more, digital media managers earn much more compared to let's say janitor, right, or any other manual labor. So if you are having a profession which is in high demand, like an IT engineer, you will obviously earn more, needless to say. So the first is profession. A lot of these professions actually demand very high level of German. For example, as I said, doctors, you can't really become a doctor in Germany unless you have super high German skills. So that's number one. Number two is the industry you work for. So in energy sector, you earn much more than for example, in hospitality sector. So in energy, if you're working for, let's say, Siemens Energy, you can expect that you will earn at least twice as much as, for example, if you're working for a Hilton hotel. And the simple reason is that many industries have much more employee costs, much more demand supply gap when it comes to employees, and therefore they pay much more, even for the same professional knowledge. So the first one is the profession, the second one is the industry, the third one is the gender. I think it's true for most of the countries. In Germany also, there is a huge gender gap. 17 euros per hour is for women and 22 euros per hour is for men. So those are the three things which determine how much you will earn in Germany. Profession, industry, and your gender, right? Now let's look at what typical Indians do, or what Indian students do after graduating. So there are three options. The first option, which is the best, is you apply for jobs in Germany, you keep living there, or even at some point you come back to India, right? So you get a job there, you start working there. That is the best option, I would assume, right? But let's assume that doesn't happen. Then what is the second option? Then you should immediately come back and you should look for a German company in India. So for example, you start looking for a company like Siemens India, or you start looking for a company like SAP in India, and so on. So you look for a German company in India so that you have an opportunity to go back to Germany at a certain point. And the good thing about Germany is, unlike US, and this is an important point, that unlike US, the work visas are not very difficult. It's very, very skill based. So if you have very high skills, if you have studied in a German university, let's say in a technical field, let's say University of Bonn or Technical University of Munich, then the probability for you to come back from India to Germany is very, very high. And especially if you have worked for a German company in India, that helps immensely, right? So that is the second option. The third option is that you just you come back. You don't hang around in Germany being non-productive. You come back. I mean, a lot of people think that they can just hang around and work as waiters in restaurants and all that. That's just plain stupid. You should come back. If you're an electrical engineer, you should come back, and then you should look for a suitable job. Even if it's an Indian company, look for that, and then you should start applying again. You can apply from India to German companies, and a lot of students have this hitch of coming back because of social pressure, because they have these high expectations from society, from their parents and so on, that you've gone to Germany for studies and you will stay there for masters, and then you will get a job there. These are good expectations to have, but they do not always materialize. A German education will always help you 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line. If you're not able to get a job now, you will get a job in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years of time. So you need to keep trying, whether you are in Germany or whether you are in India. The mistakes which you need to avoid is to leave your line of work. So don't do this, that if you are an IT engineer, you start working in project management suddenly. That will hamper your CV. And German companies really look for job matching. So whatever you have done in past, it's very difficult to shift away from that. It's not America, it's not Canada, where you are a digital marketing manager one day and then the next day you become a fixed income trader. That doesn't happen in Germany. Germany is a very skill based economy. It's not even a degree based economy, unlike India, right, where you have IIT graduates doing acting and every other kind of profession. You will find engineers doing that, but in Germany you will see that it's very, very skill based. So if you have a skill for something, you will have to find something in your profession aligned with that skill set or knowledge set, right? So these are just quick 3 things which I wanted to tell you. You don't need to have this fear, because it's an unfounded fear. The salaries in Germany are very high. Once you complete your degree, you come back and then you start looking for a job in Germany. That should be perfectly fine. So good luck, and if you have questions, just let me know. All the best.